clash. As two swords will clash against each other. Kiba fighting Izuku, holding on Getsu as the two would continue to clash, putting in their strength. As the two one more push, as the two would be pushed back from the equal force. As Kiba would rush at Izuku, Izuku would go for a large swipe. Kiba would easily dodge the swipe, and doing a very light swing. As Izuku would dodge it quickly with a boost. Zuko would smile, seeing that he dodged it easily, but then a strip was heard as his shoulder was sliced. His shoulder had a medium gash on his shoulder. I stopped to look at it. Huh? How did he? Oh, hell no. Zuko rushed at Kiba, looking for large, dangerous swipes and slashes, swinging the sword wildly. As Kiba will block it easily, blocking the swing easily with his superior strength. With his strength, but easily blocking the attack. Kicking under Izuku's legs and disarming him as the large cleaver-like sword go flinging around as stomping and crashing to the ground. Slinging in the air as he'll dive down towards Izuku. As Kiba will catch the blade before it could impale the boy. Kiba will use his other hand to bring up the brunette. How did I lose? I was so close. Even with 5 boosts, I was stronger than you. How'd you win? Sword experience. That's sword experience. I have more experience with a sword than you. I fought in sword battles before. But I have to admit, you have pretty good strength and speed. But you don't know how to use it. So you swing wildly like a wild animal. You have no style. Well, I'm not really good in the sword arts. I'm more of a, martial artist, more of a combat, so I'm just fist to fist. Well, now your powers extend to a sword, so you have to learn how to use a sword properly. You can't just swing it around. Yeah, but swinging up around seems a lot easier. True, it might be easier, it might get some lucky hits, but in the end, it's just going to be pure luck. That's pure luck. When you're actually doing a style, there's a lot higher chance that you can actually hit your opponent, catch them off guard and overpower them. You had the raw power and strength, but I had more speed and intelligence. I had more speed and more experience, and very much of my experience, I know just what to do when it came to a clash with brute strength. I let you win, but I let that brute strength get to your head, and also that gave you away multiple times over your defense. Especially when you try to swing down when you boosted the last second. Thought you escaped my swipe, but you didn't. I was a lot faster than you. Yeah, you were. Zuko sighed. I don't know how I'm supposed to get this. When it comes down to swords, it's a grace. There's a way that you swing your sword. It's not just any ordinary sword you just swing. Your sword is special, as you say. Find a style that fits you along with your sword. We only have one more day until we have to go back. How am I supposed to find a style? And I barely made progress at all. It's serious to walk up saying, fighting with a sword is not easy, I have to admit. I tried it before, I'm decent at it, but it's not the best thing. He's able to say, maybe he's just better at combat. Just fist-to-fist combat. Sometimes fist-to-fist combat is not needed. What else can he use? He doesn't know any magic. Only long-range combat he knows is a dragon shot that he developed, and that's it. Yeah, the dragon shot, but You know, and I can use one for all as a finger flicks. It's not that hard. Akano says yes, but when times is you, when it comes down to time, comes down to the supernatural world, every second is life or death. You won't have time just to figure things out. You have to do it on the move, on the go, like quick. Because 1 second too late, you'll be dead, or your friends, family, very much allies will be dead too. That second counts. I guess, as Zuka says. I was thinking about it. The reader would wonder. So, I have to find a style that works for me. How am I supposed to do that? So, what do I do about long range? Using air pressures when you use one for all, your quirk might be easier. Yes, when you flick it, but when the damage goes down, it very much does damage to you. So I'm not sure you really use finger flicking. Then what am I supposed to do? I have to find a way, because when it comes down to it, finger flicking is pretty useful. I was sending air pressure at my opponent. I can push him away and easily give me the upper hand. I have to admit, Issei says he's kind of right. And sometimes when I fought him, I had the upper hand most of the time, because I can absorb his power. But when you do that air flick, it does hurt a lot. I mean a lot, especially at 5%. And hell, it gets the advantage, a really big advantage to fight. I will admit, it is impressive. But you need to figure out another way to do it without hurting yourself. Ria says simply. Now, how am I supposed to do that? My original costume had gloves. Your original costume, yeah. My original one was torn apart. It was homemade. But when I was supposed to get my remake, it had gloves on, so to support that factor. What happens if you do it with a boosted gear? I flick? I tried it before. I don't get any backlash off of it, but I kind of feel wobbly though. Like mixing the two powers is kind of strange. A new feeling, you know? So I never really tried doing a 5% flick. I always just did a small percent, 1% or something like that. Never went to 5%. Never. I'm not gonna say, I can make you some gloves that can help you. Gauntlets. Similar to the boosted gear. Not similar to the boosted gear, but gauntlets that will help you store up the wind pressure when you generate. It should be easier. As it says, okay. I'll get to making those right now as Akano will quickly leave towards her room. When it comes down to fighting permissions and very much styles of fighting, you're all out brawler, Kaneko says. You have strong punches. You know what you're doing when it comes to a fist fight. That's good, but not all the time people are going to let you get so close to them. You need some long range attacks. Yeah, you're right. But I only have one or two, but technically it's still one. And Dragon Shot takes a long time to power up. Well, there's something like he says. Because we had to do this game for Bujo. Alright, Izuku says. Win the game. A couple hours later in bed, the Green would be sleeping. As he was trying to sleep, but he couldn't do anything. The problem is he doesn't know what to do. Any long range attack that he has just doesn't work out. That's when a thought came to his mind. As quickly, as he would clear his mind, as appearing on the skyscrapers again. As Shinzan gets to, as he'll be standing. So, why'd you come? As the other version of himself would say. I have a question, Izuku says. You know any long-range attacks I can use? Long-range attacks. I listened to your conversation with your peerage members. I have to admit they're right. You don't got that many long-range attacks. You're more close to brawler, fist to fist. Similar to how the Dragon Ball characters work. Yeah, I know. I'm similar to the Saiyans. I like fist to fist. But they have long-range attacks too. What am I supposed to do with that? I can't do anything about that. Well, you have magic, right? Yeah. And you have a whole shit ton of things that could be inspiration. Think about it. You have all that manga right there in your hands. You can do something with it, right? Just go think about it. I have magic. And magic's only limited by your imagination. Wait, so you saying I can make techniques from mangas? No, get to it small. Yes. Well, I can base on magic only the limitations are the mind. If you think about it, you can almost do anything with magic. If you're going to take a technique from a manga, do it. You have a lot of inspiration around you. But how am I supposed to do that? Like, if I want you to choose a Dragon Ball character to get the Kamehameha away from Goku, that works different. That's Ki. Magic's probably a lot weaker than Ki. But they work in the same way. They're life force energy, right? Izuku would think about it. Life force energy. So just make it more potent. How do I do that? Magic works on your mind. If you want it potent, make it potent. Only limitation is your mind. That's the thing about it, your self-confidence. It's really low. Izuku say, well, now you're criticizing my confidence? How nice. I came here for help. That's another way to say what he's trying to say is you're limiting yourself to only what you can see. Huh? As seeing an old man in a black trench cloak, as on the very bottom of it, inside, will be white like spikes, white and black spikes flowing. As the man will be wearing these shaders on his face, as long black hair, as he would simply say, you're limiting yourself. Only what you can think of. Magic goes in many ways. If you want it more powerful, make it more powerful. Think, make it more powerful. You are the key to your magic. There is no limitations what you can do with it. It's your power, remember that. Izuku, think about it. It's just like your quirk one for all. If you want to make it more powerful, just power up. Go to the next limit. The next percentage. That's simple. The Green would think about it as, okay, I guess. Right, thanks. Who are you anyways? I will not tell you my name, but until later when it comes down to it, you'll know it. Okay, this Zuko disappeared from the mindscape. You sure? Well, that was something. He lacks self-confidence. Just because the way he was brought up. Yeah, the way he's brought up doesn't mean that you can stay weak forever. Look, there's different people have different ways of being grown up, getting older. He was bullied for most of his life, completely executed from everyone else. When you're raised that way in your life, and no one ever believes in you, that's how you'll end up. Ichigo was different. He didn't need anyone to help him. And self-confidence. He was already confident in himself. That was facts. That's what he had going for him. The rest was just pure talent. But this boy has potential. He has the mind of a worker. He's going to work hard for his power, and I know that. Just remember, things don't go the same as they seem like it. As the man will disappear from the place. Well said. And Zuko will wake up as opening his eyes, seeing that it is only 2 p.m. Well, that's something. As walking outside to the training areas, he would look at it as now smiling. All right, here goes. As this is when he was summoning his gauntlet to boost the gear on his left arm. Clutching the gauntlet hand and smiling. I'm ready. As a voice was safe in the gear. Do you understand what they mean? Are you sure you're ready for this? Zuko being surprised to hear Drag. You speak through the gauntlet? Of course. I'm within it. What else do you think? Right. Yeah, I'm ready. Are you sure, partner? Hell yeah. All right. Go for it. The first thing that came to mind was thinking of something that he can use, something that is easy to learn. Nothing way too hard. Shadow clones? No. I can't do shadow clones. That's a bit difficult to do, to be honest. Dividing your energy into multiple versions of yourself equal to that power to the original, and to make up over thousands, to make up in a bunch of amount how much energy you have. That would be too difficult. Maybe I just try to Kamehameha. That's more simpler, to be honest. All it really is just gathering energy into the palm of my hands. Well, let's try that. As the Green Knight will cuff his hands forward, and really the back arm is trying to generate the magic that was within his body to his cuff, to the palm of his hands. Kame. I was trying this for a while. I was repeating the chant as nothing would happen. Oh, come on, it's not even working. Right. It's mental control. If I want to bring it out, I have to know how to bring it out. That means self-control. Control over myself, my emotions, and to believe in myself. And for that, I cannot be afraid. Because fear, that is what gets me in some problems. As feeling the energy of magic flowing through his body, as cuffing his hands one more time. As imagining Goku doing the Kamehameha himself, remembering the color, the feeling of power if he was there. Man, the serious tone, how he generated it, as he can feel it. He was feeling something in the palm of his hands growing, as a small, tiny blue dot was to form. It was small, but it was there. I started to chant, Ka, May. As he gathered more magic energy, it started growing in size. Ha, May. As growing in size and getting bigger and bigger. As his little cuff between his hands, two hands, as big as a small, medium-sized ball between his two hands. As generating the energy, he could feel it. It was ready. Ah, May. As he hear the sound, this familiar sound that came from the wave, and ball of energy when it was prepared to fire. Opening his eyes quickly and shooting to attack for it. As the blue beam of energy will race towards the skies in a flash of blue light. The whole period was woken up after seeing the bright light and a very much the power that came from it. Rushing down to the green net, they'd all seen shock, seeing that he was shooting a blue beam of energy as Issei would instantly recognize it. No way! That can't be! How? Kamehameha? As after the wave disappeared, all left with blue particles. As Izuku was breathing heavily. That took a lot of energy. Looks like I only have a one-shot limit. Well, I haven't even used my magic for a very long time, so I guess that's normal for those who barely can use it. I can feel I have a large vastness, but it drains a lot out of me. Well, gotta get used to it. As Issei will quickly grab the green net and shaking him. How the fuck did you do that? What? The Kamehameha. How'd you do it? I've been trying to do it for many years. But how did you? That was one of my greatest dreams. To do the Kamehameha wave. And you just did it. In one day. Well, it's quite obvious when you think about it. Master Roshi basically told you instructions. Bring out the energy into a ball, cuff your hands, bring out the energy into your hands, and just generate it. Imagine the growth of it, the feeling, the power, and you would know when it was ready to launch, and just, launch it. I know that. Oh, come on. As Issei says, how could you do the command, man? I can't. Well, it's kind of hard, but to be honest, let me tell you, it's satisfying, but it takes a lot out of you. So that was from Dragon Ball Z, if I'm correct, as Rhea says. How many times can you do it? Once. I barely got it. I think I was lucky. And that was my at least 81st try. What time is it? It's almost 6 o'clock, dude, Issei says. I was up for 3 hours. Damn. As Suzuki would sigh. We only have a few hours until the rating game. Damn it. Right. Looks like you need to continue training. Alright. Let's try this again. I think you should take a break, Issei says. Nah. If I can't master this, how am I supposed to say Bucho from this problem? If I can't do that, am I supposed to save myself? And especially those who I want to save. If I can't do this, I can't be the #1 hero in my world either. Cuffing his hands one more time as pushing him forward as running the back. Kame. As a small blue dot would reappear again. As the blue dot started to grow as he continued to chant. Kame. As it grew just like the last time, but generating more power to it. As launching the wave. As the wave was a little bit bigger than before. As launching it as he would continue doing this other techniques from Dragon Ball Z that was caught his eye. The Kamehameha wave, the Masenko, and some other techniques, the Destructo Disc, the Ki Blast, and the last one, the Final Flash. That one took a bit long. But he can cut the time. He could cut the time very quickly to make sure, by generating as much power as he can with the boost, or boosting, he could cut the time in fractions of a second. Or minutes, actually, when it came down to charging it. But when it came down to a special beam cannon, that was a bit more difficult. Because he had to concentrate the attack in your fingertips and to increase the power. And also to make sure that it would drill through your opponent. That was something that he could not do yet. That mental control took a lot. I mean a lot. I don't know how Piccolo did it. All he could really do is try to get the shape of it. Then try to get the feeling of keeping it charged to a point. Then continue the fact that he needed to increase to keep that same power and use it for the drilling part of the effect of the attack. That was difficult. The Kamehameha wave was just a technique that just launched your opponent, launched the wave, and tried to physically overpower it with pure power. That was simpler and easier. Most of the big flash techniques were like that. But anything that was similar with just special beam cannon was more difficult. It took more mental control. Final Flash was the same with the Kamehameha wave, along with the Gallon Gun. The Big Bang Attack was one of his favorites. That was a bit easier to do. Increasing his power with the Dragon Jar was something that he quickly got up, and it grew to the size of a small beach ball. So that was easier. Okie dokie. They arrived back at Kuo, and it was that time for the raiding game to start. As Greyfield would appear as they all be very nodding towards her, she'll flash way back to Kuo. Flashing way back to Kuo very much. And they'll flash to Kuo as now they prepare for the raiding game. As flashing towards the stadium, as they'll reappear in the same room from before, the RRC. Wait, Zuko says, why are we in the RRC? We're at the school? We're gonna fight at the school? Broad daylight? As Rita says, no, it's not just RRC. It's similar, but it's a remake. But unlike the RRC, unlike the real one, it can take damage. Ethan says, I don't know about you, but Razor's just giving us a head start because we know the school from the back of our hand. He's pretty cocky, if you ask me. No, Zuko says, he's seriously overestimating us and very much giving us somewhere where we know best. Territory of a battle depends on where you are. A battle can go each one way or the other, just by the territory of it. And he gave us the RC and the whole school. So I don't know about you. He's very, very, very overconfident that he's gonna win this, or he's just plain old stupid, as Zuko says simply. I have to admit with him, he says the bastard's pretty overconfident. Rhea says he's giving us a chance to game over. So we can exploit all the chances that we got. Izuku, you might be new to the school. Do you have it layouts down to your mind, right? Yeah, I have some of the layouts down. And when I walked around the school for a couple hours before, I'd have it down to a P. Izuku smiled. All right, good. Now, you ready to start this? As Akano says, we'll win. We'll make sure. Good. All right, here's the plan. As they'll do the plan that's very much getting to their positions. Izuku with Kaneko and Issei. Takiba at one side of the courtyard where the tennis match was displayed, where the tennis match was. That was something else. And later on, the next thing that happened was tennis match happened. Very much the next thing that was next was Akano somewhere at the north of the school. Izuku, Issei, and Kaneko was in the gym. As they would finally arrive, as they would see it, 3 pounds of riser. They were short, petite girls, but still in their own rights beautiful, but adorable. All right, Issei says, let's do this. So, what are we gonna do now? So we just fight them, right? Yes, Kaneko says. As the girls over there would say, look at that. They're gonna fight. Let's rack at method. They'll pull out their chainsaws as they'll buzz it. Wait, they're allowed to bring chainsaws? If you're allowed to bring a sword, what do you expect, he says. But, okay. That makes sense. But still, it's a chainsaw, for God's sake. I thought you wouldn't even bring one. As they would go quickly heading towards Kaneko, Kaneko, Issei, and Izuku. The two, Kaneko would easily dodge the attack. Issei would dodging chainsaws, while the other went after him with the chainsaw. Izuku started dodging stuff very quickly. Shit. What do I do? Jumping quickly going over the girl, you'd see a very lack of defense, because chainsaws were not really used for, melee weaponry. You can see that she's not even experienced in swinging chainsaw, especially chainsaws like a blade in its own way. As immediately activating the boosted gear, and she would swing it as he would throw the gauntlet fist as they'll clash. He would know that the boosted gear was not even getting damaged at all. It was way too powerful to get damaged by a chainsaw, and he can know it. And he grabbed the chainsaw and quickly grabbed it as it was still buzzing. Well, that's nice. Izuku says it's very much, she had the power of a pawn, but she was pushing him back. Okay, I think I gotta end this. Boost! I still continue to boost as Izuku was pushing her back. And it's over. Leaning back, opening his right palm, a yellow orb will form. Please don't die. Key blast as sitting a yellow energy with a blast of energy blasting her back. Izuku not mastering this feeling as now knowing that he can shoot Ki Blast. And technically now this is Izuku's energy kind of turning into Ki. So he knows it, he can feel it. It's becoming more potent every time he used it. He was getting Ki. I guess Ki actually did exist in this world. Who knows? Magic, chakra from Naruto, or, other things could exist. That was pretty cool. And I think, what the hell? Only thing I know that came from was you. And the only thing I can actually think about that was from Dragon Ball. You can't do things like Dragon Ball, can you? Zuko smiled, saying, I don't want to tell you that. And Zuko charging up his palm again as a blue orb came out, started forming. Also, let me introduce to you. Vegeta Super Big Bang Attack. By blasting her away as instantly would hit her. As Issei would see this kicking the other pawn towards the other pawn as Koneko would throw the other rook as the two pawns in the rook will get blown away by the Big Bang Attack. This would easily knock them out, and making sure this is something we'll hear in the voice as say 2 pawns and a rook of Riser gone. Riser Phoenix exterminated. Huh. Nice, Zuko says. Great job, bro. I also know something about the other pawn. Why weren't you naked? Zuko says. Well, that's my new technique. It's called dress break. So basically, you can take off a girl's clothes without even touching her. Exactly. More like shredded, Kaneko says. You perv. I gotta agree with her. I'm not sure that attack was really useful. Hey, come on, it's useful. Yeah, but maybe it can be something else instead of just dress breaking her clothes. Maybe you can dress break her energy, to cut it in half. Now think about that. To cut her clothes in half and make her weaker. But, well, just trying to cover her modesty, so win-win situation. I guess you're right. When your clothes are torn off and shredded off, you're more focused on trying to become more modest instead of fighting. True. Let's go. As very much to a non-following Kaneko. As the zoo would follow, as very much instantly a huge explosion would happen. But as it would clear, showing that it was Riser's queen, the bomb queen. Mystic says, I don't know about you, but wasn't she supposed to be the queen? Yeah. E.T. says, she's the queen, all right. So, what do we do with her? We take her out? Yeah, E.T. says, we have to take her out. We're not strong enough. Yeah. Kaneko says, go on. I'll take her. But you're just a rook, Zuko says. I'm not sure your defense would stand over a queen. Just go. Come on. As she I don't think you're gonna leave anytime soon. As during her magic, as Kaneko will throw a large boulder at her, as instantly after being hit by it, growling, "You bitch." Kaneko would smile, saying, "Well, here I am." Very much Suzuku and Issei would run, leaving Kaneko go with the queen. Simply unbelievable success. But I don't know how that could work. As the two would pause and stopping to see more Riser's peerage. A couple of knights. Goody, Zuko says, knights. As her buzzer be drawn. Well, look at that. 2 pawns. I'm actually a rook. I'm actually a bishop, not a pawn. Doesn't matter. Let's get him. By this blade, he shall be taken down, and Rajasama can finally get Riyasama. As she pull out her blade, it's like shit. As Kibo just instantly appear right in front of the two, and take the blunt attack. You guys okay? Yeah, what took you so long, Issei says. No worries, just had to take on some pawns. But I got you. Zuko smiled. Thanks. As the blonde-haired girl would say, oh, come on. Rias has a pretty interesting peerage. I have to admit, Kiba, you're the only really attractive one in the group. Issa's like growls, saying, hey, come on, right here. I'm not sure about you, Kyoto. You're very strange, indecent. But you, on the other hand, I don't know who you are, but you're really adorable. The green knight would maliciously, shaking his head. Doesn't matter. Sorry, not interested in talking, but we have a match to get to. As well, true. Girls, finish them. Right, Robert-sama, as the two of the knights would rush towards. Get ready, as Issei says, putting on his sacred gear again. Izuku will pull out the boosted gear, clutching his knuckles as the two knights would pop in. As Izuku would instantly go in front of Issei as bring one for all out. As swinging a kick, instantly shattering their blades simply. The two knights would be shocked as Ravel would be shocked to see that this boy, he has shattered those two powerful blades. What? How? That shouldn't even be possible. Zuko smiles. Well, it's gonna take more than just two normal blades to take on. Those were the most powerful blades made from the Phoenix clan. You just shattered them? Mm-hmm. Come on. Zuko says, that's not all you got. All right, Issei says. Very much Ravel growl. You're gonna pay for that. As quickly as she starts to throw magic at them, Issei would dodge the attacks. As Kiba will continue fighting the other night. As Kiba will show his sacred gear, sword birth. Izuku would be shocked to see, so he can summon swords anytime he wants? That's awesome, Issei says. As immediately, Issei would put on Final, as absorbing one of the knights' energy. One of the Riser's knights terminated. As Issei would say, hey, Kiba, here! As Kiba would see the line as allowing it to make contact, as he would feel that match start to be restored. Thanks, Issei. Izuku would dodge another swipe from a pawn. How many pawns does he have? As Izuku would throw a punch, this will send her back flying, but tumbling, as the pawn would say, you're not gonna get away with this. Rajasama will have Rias, and we'll make sure of it. I don't know, Izuku says, but I think I'm just gonna take you out now. I was doing this new little technique. Here I come! As Izuku rushed at her as one for all cackle around him. The green cursor left to flow through his body, pulling on his left hand with the gauntlet as he starts generating energy into it. Imagine a spiral wind rotating left, right, center, backwards, forwards, everywhere, rotation, all the way around, every direction. As a swirling sound would be heard, as a blue ball would form, as you'd see the magnificence of it. Light bluish energy flow swirling around. Here I go! Rasengan! As making contact, the boy would launch her back as she was screaming as feeling the attack drilling into her, blasting her back as the potent chakra would blow in her face. Alright. Issei was like, come on, man. The Rasengan too? What else is it gonna be? A Bijidama? Good idea. Thanks for the idea. As Izuku would say, God damn it, should have kept my mouth shut. The greeter would jump around as now looking okay doggy. Let's think about this. Take out them all easily. But how do I do that? Ooh, nice, I got an idea. Izuku knows he can fly, but he does have an idea. Izuku will quickly use one for all to jump in the air as high as he can. As sitting about 10 meters in the air, pulling with his hands, that's generating the potent magic, turning more potent than before. Less potent than the key, but turning into chakra as changing it to a wind element, as Susan Rasengan, but different. As a shuriken-like blade would appear in the Rasengan. As Suzuku with his hands saying, it worked! Let's go! Hey Kiba, get away! Kiba was, let's see, oh shit. Ash making another clash as Issei would come in jumping, doing a flying kick, saying back the knight, come on, let's get out of here. As Asu to not so fast, as one of the knights would say. Throw me. What? Are you crazy? He's about to throw that technique. Just do it, as Kiba says. Alright, as Issei would throw Kiba into the night as two class swords sitting into the other piles of risers, peers members. Kiba, just do it! As Zuko will be falling. Alright. Foot and style. Rushing Shuriken! As throwing the spiraling wind Shuriken orb, it would fly towards them as making contact. Boom! It was hard to turn into them at a microscopic level. Putting less chakra into it, putting less energy into attack, it will only tear into them badly, but still knocking them out. Riser's pawns of Riser, and Riser's knights exterminated. Rias, Skrimmery's knight exterminated. Zuko would drop down. Okay, that was difficult. Issei was saying, nice. As immediately they would stop as hear something that would shock them. Rias Skrimmery's queen exterminated. No way. Akana lost? Issei says. Well, Zuko says, this is bad. Come on, let's go before that bomb queen gets here, Zuko says. As they'll quickly make their way towards Rias and Asia. As they'll finally arrive, they'll see Riser. He'll try to guilt trip Rias of quitting. Rias will be throwing orders of destruction at him, but Riser finding it very irritating. Come on, Rias. You have to quit eventually. You're not powerful to defeat me. Riser's too powerful to be defeated. Not so fast, moron, as Issei says, throwing a right hook. This will make contact as Riser will be set back a few feet. But Riser growl. You dare to hit Riser without Riser ordering you? Now you must die. As Riser's hands will be lit in flame as wings will be on his back. Flaming wings. Huh, Zuko says. Not what I was thinking. As Riser's clothes would appear, it says, I'll take care of them. No, Riser wants to have some fun. As Riser will start to walk towards them. Alright, Issei says. Bring it. As Issei will rush towards him. As the beatdown was started to happen, Izuku was to see how Riser was beating on Issei. Once, twice, 3 times. Not long, Issei was terminated. Rias came over to her as she was about to say, as she was about to give up. Izuku would growl out, You bastard! What did he do to you? Why'd you beat him to a whole bloody pulp? Izuku's fist would clench. That's it. I thought you were just a jerk. Some overconfident guy that worked so hard to get to this level of power. But no, all you are is talent, and that's it. You never trained a day of your life. You worked so hard, and you just want to crush it. You like crushing people's dreams, don't you? And that's something I hate about people. Those who don't understand other people's dreams. That's what pisses me off. And you just crushed one of my friends. You hurt them again like that. I swear to God, I'm gonna kill you. And the Korean cockles was just super far on Izuku as acting one for all. As Riser would see this, and being impressed by the boy's power, Riser's attention has now been caught. But what will you do? You're still too weak to beat Riser. Izuku will growl out, I'm starting getting sick of hearing you talking in the third person. You're overconfident, but something that you've never known. And I'm gonna beat something into you today. Never underestimate anyone, especially me. As a pressure to be felt as Zuku's spiritual pressure would rise, as a tower of light blue energy would flow into the air, towering over them all. As shown as Zuku be shown in Issei's getup, in Issei's Shikaku, as seeing the green eye, you'd see him in Shinigami outfit. The black clothing, the large white X on his chest with a hole in it. As the chest going up to his neck, very much along with the same towards his hands, as growling out, as the large blade would be on his back, as it would be on cloth, as showing the large cleaver-like blade, as the boosted gear would be on his arm. I'm gonna stop you. For her dreams, all she wants to be is a normal girl, and you want to take that away from her. That's something I will never forgive you for. As quickly rushing towards him, you're finished! Yeah! As swinging down, as Riser easily dodged the attack, as Zuko would go flying past at high speeds, Riser would chuckle. He can't even touch Riser at all, as a feeling of pain as Riser would scream out, as turning to see that his arm would be torn right off, as he would see on the ground, as it would turn into flame. How did you hit Riser? You'll pay for that. Riser will make you pay. Make me, Zuko says. As Riser will growl. That's it. I'm gonna finish you, Riser says. Now you're speaking normally, I guess. As Zuko and Riser would go clashing with each other. Zuko would rush at Riser at high speeds. Riser would throw fireballs and flame attacks. Zuko would easily does dodgies, but some of them singed his clothing. But he was always able to decapitate one of Riser's limbs. That was something that shocked everyone. He was a lot faster. I swing down the blade as Riser would dodge. As Zuko would jump into the air, as they would be all shocked, he's running on air. He's running on air. You're finished! As Zuko would going to impale him. As Riser would dodge again. But this time, I'm in front of his tux will be torn apart. This is expensive. Ryder paid a lot of money for this. You'll pay. Ezekiel go look at him saying, I see a smile smugly saying, make me. As Ryder started to charge up a large fireball in his hand, Ezekiel would look to see it. Crap, what do I do? I can't counter that, and I can't slice that with my sword. It's too big, and probably will explode on me anyways. I'll be terminated. As the voice in his head would say, simply, well, it's going to end here. It's going to, after all that hard fashioned words, it's going to stop here, give up, or are you going to do something about it and go beyond your limits? Huh? So I get to. Yeah, it's me. Do something, would ya? She's depending on you. Look at her. Zuko looked down to see Rhea as her eyes was tell everything you needed to know. She depended on him. She depended on him. He was the only thing that was keeping this on. Her only hope. He can't lose here. I won't lose. For her, she's giving me a second chance in life. I won't let her down. As the booster gear would glow, as writings on the gear would glow, as Drake's voice was boom. Second liberation. Or third liberation. As the gear would change, as golden spikes would start to appear on the side of the gear, as two more spikes appear on the back, on the very back of the side, as two gold spikes next to the fingers, and 4 spikes on the very top of it, with it, and 2 more on the very wrist bone of it, as Zuko would see it, seeing the gear change. Holy shit, that's cool. And seeing that there was 2 gems on the one in the front and one in the back. Well, I'm not gonna lose here. I'm ending this right now, Zuko says. Bring it, Roger says. Ryder wants to see you go all out. Boost times 10. As Ryder is looking up Zangetsu, its energy starts to form on the blade. As it get a light whitish like blue shimmer on it. As energy starts to form around it, as the energy starts to become wild, as it starts to become alive, an explosion of the pressure in the form. Take this as Ryder will throw the attack. The large fireball will come swinging towards Zuko. As one word will come to his mind. Alright. Bring it! Getsuga! Tenso! As the large attack would swing down the blade. The large white cleaver large attack would come towards the fireball, easily slicing it in half. Making its way towards Ryder as it would explode on him. The crescent-like swipe would make contact as the bluish-white energy will gather around Ryder in a large explosion, making a large mushroom cloud. Breathing heavily. Damn, that's all I have. As the Shinigami began to disappear along with Zangetsu, but Zangetsu still being on his arm, is falling. Zuko will fall on the roof, barely staying conscious. Yeah. I put all of it in there. One for all, my ki, chakra, every ounce. I'm exhausted. Well done, partner. I have to say that's impressive. Thanks. As a voice would say, you think Ryder's done? It looks like the white to sing Ryder over him. I have to admit, that hurt. Now Now, I'm just gonna make you pay tenfold. As he was put the beat on Izuku, pummeling him. As he would continue to beat on him, the Green would only know that he failed. As Riser was little hands in flames, as the heat of the flames would burst, it's over. As Riser was stopped by something, Izuku looked up to see Rias hugging him. As tears would go down his face, as she would mouth with thank you, as he would go unconscious. Opening his eyes quickly as, where the hell am I? Where the fuck? Where are we? As Issei would walk in saying, hey dude, how's it going? Issei, where's Rias? Lucho. We lost. We lost? But I gave it my all. I gave everything. I gave it my all. Damn it! Izuku says, growling. We saw. That was actually pretty cool, I have to admit. I know, Izuku said. But I gave it my all. And I still lost. You going to the party? Party? Yeah, they're celebrating his win. With the marriage. No. Are you? Yeah, I'll go. Just to be her. Just to be there by her side. To support her. We'll still be there. Still be there for her. Get to see when we get back. See him disappear. As he would leave his room. Izuku would think about it. I was thinking now more than ever. He lost. Riser won. He gave it his all, but that wasn't enough. He still lost in the end. Now what? What is he supposed to do? If he can't defeat Riser, how the hell is he supposed to win? This is bullshit. How the hell did I lose? I can't even beat him. I see him growl. As Drake's voice to be heard. Don't beat yourself up, partner. This is what happens in the supernatural world. You give it your all, but the other force is a lot stronger. Is there anything I could have done, Drake? You boosted beyond your limits. You went beyond. Nothing else you could have done. I was sighing as Zuko was saying, what am I supposed to do now? As very much a magic circle would appear in the room as the magic circle would be crimson red as he would recognize it instantly as the same woman from earlier appeared. Grafia, what are you doing here? Zuko says. I'm here to deliver from Sister Sama. A message from Lucifer? As Sister Sama says, if you want to save my sister, crash the party, then take this. Zuko would take the paper and see his match a summoning circle. He would guess that that's where if he put this down, that's where he would take him to the party. And the Green Knight would think, not your thanks. As Grafia would disappear in the magic circle, leaving. Are you going to take the chance, partner? Yeah, I am going to take that chance. But I'm going to need more help. I can't do this alone. On my own, I'm too weak. Hey, Drake. Let's make a deal. What so? I'll give you my left arm for more power. Drake will think about this as he would say, you sure? Once we do this deal, there's no going back. Yeah, I'll give you it. I'll also give something else. It's called balance breaker. What's a balance breaker? It's a code within the sacred gear that's glitching it. Glitch out key. It's a glitched out code within the gear. Gear that gives a short amount of potential boost to the user's power. Your balance breaker is called scale mail. You don a suit of armor like a dragon. That's nice. Alright, Zuko says. I'll do it. But how long do I have? At your current strength, only a minute. A minute and a half, I can say. It's a good size. Understandable. Do it. Alright. The dragon to convert his left arm to a dragon. As he can feel the difference, but nothing with anything else but that. It was something else. So, that's feeling the dragon. But I can still feel that dark presence within me. So I guess I'm still a hollow. And that's still just partially dragon. Alright. Just one more thing. Zuko would get dressed as very much into Asia's room. Hey Asia, as the nun would look, saying, yes? Where are you going? As she says, I'm going to save Bucho. Zuko says simply, how? You were taken down by Riser. You didn't stand a chance. I didn't, I know that. Do you have any holy water that you have on you? I know you're a nun, so you should have some. Angel says simply, yeah, as she'll give him some holy water. Thanks. This is what I needed. Also have a cross. AJ would nod as giving him a cross as well, but she was worried about the fact. Are you sure? Most of these things that you're asking for is Devil's main weaknesses. What if you get hurt by using them? As Zuko would take the cross out of AJ's arm, his hand with his left arm. See? No problem. But how? Let's say I made a deal with Dreg. It converted my arm to a dragon, so it should be fine. Putting those things away. Alright, I'll be back. I'm gonna get Reese back. Wish me luck. As Zuko puts on the magic circle as the red glow surround him. See you soon. As Zuko disappear. At the party, Zuko would appear in the area. Looking around, you'd see it covered in paintings and everything. Zuko would don up his Shinigami outfit as it would don up the same getup from earlier. Alright, let's do this. As quickly running forward towards where the sound he heard. He can feel it. He can feel the presence of the power from there. That's where they all are. It's a familiar energy signals. As two guards would be in front. Hey, who are you? What are you? As Zuko would take them out quickly with 2 jabs in the gut. My reflexes are quicker. I guess because my arms was changed. I'm a lot faster. Give me a small boost. Nice. Izuku would burst through the doors. So we're more likely slicing the doors in half with an X. As the doors would fall out, as Izuku sun gets out of his cloth, as everyone would turn towards him. As Riser would say, how you dare interrupt this for Riser? No, shut up, Izuku says. As Reese's eyes would widen as Izuku, as very much Sabrina walked forward as you dare interrupt this. This is important for Riser and the Devil faction. How dare you do this? I shall teach you a lesson. And come down and teach it. I'll be glad to take the lesson for you. As Riser will growl as I refuse. Zuko would scowl. Grino would scowl at the blonde, as very much a voice would say, now let's relax over here. As the man would pop in. He wore up a large battle type of armor on his shoulders. He had cryptic red hair like Rias, and bluish like green eyes. It's like her. He looks like a male version of Rias, basically. So you're Sir Jack, Lucifer. Sir Jack would smile, saying, "Yes, you must be Zuko Midoriya." I'm presumed you're from another world. As people would start to whisper, "He's from another world? You mean like an actual other universe?" Zuko would nod. "Yeah, that's right." He would nod, saying, as this is when Rice would say, "Lucifer-sama, what's the meaning of this?" "Well, your match was very anticlimactic. And we didn't really get to see you fighting at your full potential and strength. Your battle was short with young Izuku over here. You only entered the battle at the last minute. Most of your peers did the hard work." As Raito would feel his pride being stung after that. "But I'm sure everyone here wants to see a battle between a dragon and a phoenix, right?" As Riser, after hearing it, hear the dragon? He's a dragon? Riser would think, how? Izuku would say simply, "I'm not any dragon." As he's pulling out the boosted gear on his left arm, "I'm the Secretary, the Red Dragon Emperor. And I'm ready for this. So bring it." As Riser would chuckle, "Interesting. Riser gets to beat the Secretary twice." Yes, Riser accepts. "Alright, what do you want as your prize?" As one devil would say, "Lucifer-sama, you can't let this reincarnated devil from another world get a prize. Now you came all this way to fight Riser. You should have a prize." Izuku would say, "Rias Grimori." As Sorceress would nod, Rias was blush after hearing this. "He's fighting for me?" As Raito would say, "Let's fight, dragon." As the scenery would change, as Suzuki and Riser would be in an arena. As Suzuki would look around. Huh? "Alright. Let's do this," Zuko says. As Riser would growl, "I will destroy you this time." As Riser's flaming wings would pop out of his back. "Drag, right, balance break." As Izuku's body was to change and his red energy would burst out of his body. His Shikaku would, and he was wearing, would be covered with red dragon armor. From the very legs, from his very feet to the very top of his head, covered with red dragon armor with a few golden spikes here and there, with golden gems all over the place. Mostly in his legs, chest, and arms. As two on the helmet would be two green eyes that would glow. And with thrusters on the back with a long tail attached to the armor. "That's impossible. Balance break." As a man would smile in the back. "So, I thought you easily be the Red Dragon Emperor, but I guess I was wrong." "Let's see what you got, Izuku Midoriya." Izuku will have Zangetsu out and charge him one for all. At the cackle of green electricity would crackle around him, and the green electricity would have currents of red sparks going around it too. "Here I come, Riser." As flashing right from the Phoenix, doing a large slash, Riser would dodge the attack. But as feeling the pain, as seeing that he was slashed, a large cut being on his abdomen, as they would heal with his healing factor. "How dare you!" As throwing flames at the The armor grenade won't only tank it, because this armor is dragon proof, so this means it's all fireproof. That's it. How pathetic. Here I come. I was rushing at Riser, doing what Gohan did to Cell, as kicking him in the abdomen, launching him back as Riser would fall out with some spit, for some saliva, as he would launch into a wall. As impaling Zangetsu on the floor, on the ground, and walking up to him as Izuku's aura would burst from his body and a shroud of power. Is that all you got? I'm quite disappointed. I thought you would have had more. I was very pure right in front of him. I threw another punch to the gut. Riser continues to spit out more saliva. This might make Riser hurt. What's happening? How are you hurting me so much? Izuku would smile, saying, "None of your business." As Izuku would kick him, kicking him, launching him back as he would drag across the ground. Riser would growl, "That's it. You're fit." As he would have cutting off his arm to Zangetsu as after grabbing the blade very quickly as Izuku was swinging the blade around twice. Was that it? You're quite a disappointment. As Riser's arms would fall to the side. How are you beating me? 50 seconds left, partner. Finish him off now. Right. As flashing towards Riser, kicking him up in the air, slipping towards him again. As doing a combo of kicks and slashes, and swinging his Zangetsu bluntly as he would hit Riser up into the air, further up into the air. Zuko following him easily with his Shinigami powers as instantly random as charging the blue energy wave as it'll be different. It'll be this pure red as the red flowing energy that was around his shroud forming his sword. Iconic Getsuga Tensou! As slashing down as the red crescent wave of energy was smashed into Riser, sending it crashing towards the ground and exploding in a blast of power. And it's throwing down his blade towards Riser, and this would impale him. And Riser started to struggle with Gold as Izuku was simply lying on the ground, cupping his hands forward. Kame! As a blue ball of energy will form quickly. Boost! Times 20. 10 seconds, partner. Finish him now. As the attack will be charged. This ends now. After launching the attack, this will hit a Riser as he'd be blown back from the sheer force. As the explosion will be very large. This will engulf the whole arena as everyone will be shocked to see it. The Red Dragon Emperor had so much power. Amazing, one devil says. The Red Dragon Emperor is incredible. As the current electricity will crackle around his cuffs of his hands, and the Riser will growl out, "You dare attack Riser? You dare mock Riser?" As grabbing Mizan gets you, as rushing towards him. As the armor would fade off of Izuku. Shit! Izuku's eyes wide as seeing Riser impale him right in front, as if everyone would be shocked seeing that Riser would go this far. Izuku spit out vomit out of blood as the blood would fall down as Issei was screaming, "Fuck! That bastard!" Ryu's would be shocked as she took the cry slowly. Izuku would smile. "Don't worry, Butcher, I'm fine." As he would have a secondary voice within his voice. "There's no problem." As a mask starts to form on his face, the white substance starts to form on his face. "I'll take over this fight from now." As grabbing the larger blade, as pulling it out, as the blood would gush right out, as the wound would close very quickly. As Drake would say, "Zangetsu, you're finishing off our partner?" "Yeah, I have to admit, King impressed me. I have to give commands there. But one thing I do have to admit, the way you hold that girl in her title, it pisses me off. I'm gonna cut you to small little pieces. So I get you start to swing some. So I get you start to swing the blade as Flash right there has so many cuts all over his body. I start to scream out, kicking him back. As Zangetsu will stab the blade into the ground. As Zangetsu will his hand, pulling on his hand, singing, pulling out the holy water. Quickly throwing the holy water on Riser. Riser would wonder what that's what until he felt the pain. This is holy water. As singing the green area in front of him, with the mask still on his face, half his face completely covered by the mask. The red skull-like masks have at least 5 lines over it, the very top, 3 on the top, and 2 on the very cheek up the side of the face. Just throwing a fist into his gut as it will glow with power. Take this! As a punch would connect with Riser, as making him scream out in pain. As blowing back as Riser smashed into the ground and crumbling, as the blade would reappear in his hands like it was sunned right there. As Zangetsu would go to swing down to finish him off as feeling the pain. Shit! King's waking up. Fuck! Come on! Let me finish him off! As Azuka's other hand would crack the mask and ripping it off his face. Nah, I'm not that petty. And throwing it on the ground and smashing and stomping on the mask. I need your power at all. Not yet. Not for this guy. He's not worth it at all. Izuku still had the blade point towards him. As someone was right in front of him, right in front of Riser, as it would be that girl from earlier. Izuku say, move. I don't want to attack someone like you at all. As she shook her head, no, you're not her Onisama. Izuku would realize that she was related to Riser somehow. Who are you? Izuku said simply, I'm Rival Phoenix. Why? Izuku would lower his blade as placing it back on his back as to be wrapped in a white cloth again as saying simply, it's over. You lost. As Riser just would be quiet for a while as the crowd started to cheer for the green as Izuku would turn around, looking around, kind of shocked that he forgot that there's people here. I was looking as Rias would appear right next to him as she would hug him as they'll start to fall. The green out, they would start to panic as his Shimigami clothes disappeared out of exhaustion. But he was caught by a creature. Rias would smile as she'll say, thank you. You're welcome, Izuku says. As they'll be looking at this, is this a griffin? Rias would nod. Yeah, it is. Izuku would say, this is pretty cool. As Green would look towards Rias as saying, hey, it's no problem. You're my president, and, well, it's my job to protect you. You saved my life, so I had to save yours. We're equal now, Green Ant would say. Rias would smile as leaning forward and capturing the Green Ant's lips. The Green Ant would be shocked as, huh? What the? Drake would chuckle in his mind. Well. I thought that would come a bit later. But I wouldn't think it would come this early. As Izuku would look at the redhead as, what just happened?